Hey everybody, welcome back to the Tommy Trials. Thomas here. So there's been a little hiatus in videos for a couple of different reasons. If you did not see the community post, I think I made more than one. I don't remember what I put on Discord and what I put on the community posts for YouTube. But there was a couple of things. I was sick, and I still kind of am, but I wanted to slop this video together. The other thing was there was a death in the family, and the funeral will be Saturday. It was my grandmother. Now, my grandmother passed last September. It was her older sister. The funeral will be taking place at the same funeral home, same church for the funeral, and her spot is right beside my grandmother's. So it hurts. And there'll be a lot of painful reminders on Saturday for both myself and my family. An extended family. So if you could have them in your thoughts and prayers, I'm certain they would appreciate that. Now on to the topic at hand. And the topic at hand is showing off two things. Number one, this is something I've wanted to have happen for a very, very long time. And it is a voice pack, and that's it. Colt. I was going to look up his name, but I'm not going to. Colt Peacemaker, I think, released a Death Trooper voice pack. Now, he didn't mention this in the comments, and I'm okay that he didn't. But what I did is I grabbed the lines, I separated them for him, I sent him over, and then he did all the hard work. Like, he did the whole mod. I just messed with the sound files, and I asked him to do it. So when you see that done by request, it was Thomas begging him to do it. Just because I didn't like having Death Troopers and them not using the Death Trooper voice, which now is available to everyone. All that gibberish. We can use all that gibberish now, and it excites me greatly. There's nothing special about this. All of these armored pieces are out, nothing work in progress, but I accidentally kit bashed a really cool looking Templar and wanted to show it off because I was proud of myself. Moving on. I will go ahead and quickly give this Death Trooper as well the Death Trooper. I lost it. The Death Trooper voice pack. So really, this is the main topic of the video. This is work in progress. I don't know if it'll ever be released. I don't have a definitive yes or no that it'll actually ever be released for customization on our side, or whether it'll show up in the Galactic Empire Conversion for the enemies. I don't know. I have my suspicions, but those are suspicions, not confirmed. And I don't like saying yes or no for a lot of these things without hearing it first, because number one, I'm speaking out of turn for things that aren't my own, and it creates yucky expectations. But as you can see, by none other than Dim himself, bless his heart, he has begun work on a couple different things, or at least put in some side effort. And the epiphany came while he and I were playing Battlefront 2, which he was kind enough to let me play with him a little bit while doing that. And I had the voice chat on. I think I had my mic on mute, so he didn't get to hear my reaction. But I don't have it recorded. I wish I did. But he let out one of the most evil laughs ever, and then the Stormtrooper started popping up. So I put that on the Discord, but I thought it was kind of funny. But so far, he has put in a few different customization options for the Stormies. This is not to replace the ones that are already out there by Alfonso. Alfonso did a very good job with the ones that he released. Those are out there right now. So it's not like you can't have Stormtroopers currently. The weapons are part of the Imperial Surplus mod, so you can go get those right now as well. And then you can use Alfonso's Stormtroopers currently, as well as Alfonso's Death Troopers, which is the Death Troopers I was using, by the way, and Alfonso's First Order Troopers. Those are all out there right now. You can pick them up. And again, the weapons, Imperial Surplus. But as you can see, they look Mighty fine, to say it how the cool kids nowadays say it. Then, of course, we've got the Imperial Shock Troopers. So I gave them the big ol' T-21 light repeating blaster. It's canon in XCOM. And just to kind of reflect their functionality in... Before it was a customization option, way back when the first Battlefront... Well, not the first Battlefront, but the first EA Battlefront game came out, Shock Troopers actually protected Emperor Palpatine on the battlefield. And they had these big repeating blasters. And then later, they were made into skins, and we got Imperial Guards. I'm sorry, I'm distracted by my iPhone. You can just call this I'm in a group chat with my parents and my sister, so it's a family group chat. That's my immediate family. I have a sister and parents, as many do. And apparently you can use emojis to respond to... I'm confused. Anyway, I'm leaving that in. I'm not even cutting that. You get to be confused with me. Nonetheless, the Shock Troopers served as Palpatine's guard. And so, in my mind, Shock Troopers... As far as I'm aware, within the established either Legends or beyond, there never were actual Shock Troopers for the Empire? I don't know. But I consider them to be elite. Moving right along, you can make this... That looks uncomfortable. I guess I picked the wrong legs. I've never turned them around. This is nothing new, by the way. You can pick this up... Ow. I did have the wrong legs. Anyways, you can pick up everything that this guy's wearing, also in the Imperial Surplus, which I feel like a lot of people didn't know that mod existed, because I get questions all the time. Is that work in prep? No. This is kit bashed using the underlay suit from Mass Effect. I could not think of the name. Mass Effect... The additional Templar options from Klaus, I believe, and then the alien heads, which have been out for 6.5 years. But I made Inquisitor Rysax. I'll touch on him more now. Here's the Nova... Wow, I talked really loud there. I'm sorry. It blew out my mic. I apologize. Here are the Nova Troopers. They are looking mighty fine. Now, I forgot what they were called at first, but I really like how they're looking. I much prefer them to some of the others that I've seen that are a bit darker black and a bit more yellowy gold, just because then it looks like Batman Stormtroopers, and as much as I want that, it's not to be. So we will come back to the Stormtroopers in a second, but this is the other person I want to show off. Captain Phasma. Now, I'm going to use her in the upcoming battle so that we can show her off. Captain Phasma is a gal. Right now it's a work in progress. And there's only rigged to be dude. So I've got this alien voice that sort of almost sounds like a girl. Because that's the best thing that I can do, to not have Phasma have a guy voice. And that was just going to drive me nuts. But he already added physics to the cape and everything. A little bit of clipping, but honestly, that may be fixable by a different stance. I'll be able to hide it. Oh, made it worse. Can we make her cocky? I can make her angry. Yes, that works. We can hide the clipping in the work in progress. Moving right along, there's two other options available to us. One is the... I have a lot of mods installed, and right now it's showing. Okay, one is the Shadow Trooper, so we'll quickly show him off. Not a whole lot to show off other than to take his pauldron off. And then, probably have a pretty good guess as to what he's going to look like. But we'll take a quick gandaroozle. So here is the Shadow Trooper in all of his mighty fine black armor. And he looks great. Just spectacular. And as far as I'm aware, I'm not going to say that because I don't know for a fact. Moving right along, there's one other one that I have not shown off. Now, if you're part of the Discord server, you would have already seen this because I posted pictures yesterday. And the day that this video uploads, it will probably be 2 days ago. But we have 501st Stormtroopers, which I think are just awesome in all their awesome glory. So Vader's Fist Stormtroopers. I had to Google it just to be sure. I was pretty sure they were 501st Stormtroopers, but I had to be sure. And they are. So if you go and you Google 501st Stormtroopers, you will find pictures that look like this. Now, not all of them. Some of them have the blue stripes down the middle, but there are pictures of this blue stripe to the over the right eye with this exact armor design. And I think it's really cool. So we'll go ahead and use all of these in a battle. This is a Haven Defense, and I actually had a story that I was going to follow, but I want to show off all of the skins as best I can. So we are going to take everybody, and obviously Phasma was not around during the OG trilogy, but she is going to be for us as soon as I find her in the list of names. Phasma's Canadian. Bet you didn't know that. I don't know what place Gwendolyn Christie's really from. I think that's her name. Gwendolyn? I think. You're tired, but that's okay. So the Nova Troopers are elite. They typically guard, I mean, sometimes they had other jobs, but they were usually guards. So the story that I'm going with, we're not going to, actually by the time it's all said and done, we're not going to have very many Nova Troopers with us. Is it you? You're the normal trooper. Yeah, we're only going to have one Nova Trooper with us when it's all said and done. Nope. Do I already have the blue one? No, I've completely forgotten the blue one's name. It's one of... There he is. Alright. So, the story, which isn't exactly all that accurate now that we've got all kinds of different Stormtroopers. But the story before was Inquisitor Rysax is going to counter a planet that looks a lot like Earth, but it's not because reasons. He's going to counter an incursion on a little settlement. And he's taking his personal guard, which includes 2 Death Troopers and 2 Shock Troopers, as well as a detachment of Nova Guards. But of course now we're taking Phasma and others. But still. So I'm taking 2 Death Troopers because I think Death Troopers look really cool. It's my favorite kind of Stormtrooper. And I know a lot of people are not fans of the new, since Disney took over Star Wars. I personally loved Rogue One to pieces. It is, it's not my favorite Star Wars movie, because that is home of Empire Strikes Back, but it is up there. Definitely top 3 for me in regards to Star Wars films. But I also want to show off their voice pack that was done by Colt, who kindly did not put in the mod description, done by request because he wouldn't leave me alone. And then of course I want to show off the different works in progress by Dim. So Dim, if the name sounds familiar, is the mastermind, the main mastermind behind...
Up heavy comms traffic from alien forces moving to attack a resistance outpost in this region. And we're the only ones with any chance of stopping them. We're heading in to lock down the area. Neutralize all hostile contacts with extreme prejudice.
See, typically when you see customization on things, you expect, well, the more we zoom in, the more issues with the textures and the models I'm gonna no. Anyway, he is the main mastermind behind the Armors of the Imperium mod, the Phase 1 Clone Trooper mod, the Clone Weapon mod. Also, if you ever see Deathstroke or Red Hood in my playthroughs, those are him as well. I feel like he's done more than that. Well, he did the Imperial weapons, which means that he did the... I mean, the Armors of the Imperium mod is so ginormica. So well done. I know he wasn't the only one involved in that project, but he was the main maestro. So we're taking 9 troopers, which, with no upping to the enemy's difficulty whatsoever, on veteran.
One of those chosen is leading an assault on the resistance encampment in this area.
So,
our people are doing what they can to fight back, but we need to help protect the civilians trapped nearby.
one of these days.
There's a group of resistance soldiers hunkered down not far from your position.
All of these pictures will
Move
work
in
at the
and
same
help
time.
fend off the attacking alien forces.
Okie dokie artichoke. Alright, so we've got 2 shock troopers, we've got Phasma and her weird alien voice, and then 2 death troopers, the Inquisitor.
Copy that.
I'm using some 40k voice for Rysax, and it actually fits his character very well.
Fine by me. I hate drills.
Otherwise, I'm just using the Stormtrooper voice. Charge. What you see, matey? Okay. The reason I stopped using this mod, and maybe one of you guys will know the fix to it, so if one of you guys knows the fix to it, please let me know. But the reason I stopped using this mod is because this would happen. I thought the pictures were supposed to take place in mission, but they don't seem to. Anyhow.
This way.
Send the Nova Trooper up. Call sign feedback. Go ahead and trigger these guys. The map had already loaded in, so I started this mission earlier to make sure everything was working properly. And the game froze. So,
Copy.
if this video looks really short to you, it's probably about to freeze. And current me doesn't know that. It's just so great. I love it. My Death Troopers. Do you lose squad sight if you move? I assume? Yeah, it actually looks like I can't even fire the weapon. And I can't toss a flare this far. Alright, so, charge. But I wanted people to know why I was using a weird alien voice for Phasma.
Acknowledged.
Okay. I'll send the Inquisitor up.
Yes.
And if anyone's super interested, I will find out who is using, or what voice pack is using. So, this is the time at which the game crashed last time.
Heretics, come forth.
Okay. Brutal, low profile, groundling, Templars. Don't freeze. Don't freeze, don't freeze. Don't freeze, don't freeze, don't freeze, don't freeze. Yay! The video gets to continue.
The Elders must have caught wind of our operation. They sent in one of the Chosen. We should try to track that thing down and deal with it before it causes too much trouble. These
Central,
mutants
you're
seem a
not
little
very
more agile than the ones we
observant,
fought in the past. It looks like they're still serving as the aliens' front line, though.
Looks like they got wind of our operation. Yes. I do not know what mod interferes with firing, because sometimes instead of firing their pistol or even having the pistol animation, they pull out their primary. Other than it's not just a problem for me, I don't know how to fix it. So again, if you know how, tell me down in the comments. Someone asked how I got the resistance to throw grenades and stuff. I believe I'm using a mod called Resistance Overhaul. It has them use the TLP weapons.
The Elder's judgment is nearly upon you.
Charge. Oh, crap. So they're all using Halo weapons, so that they didn't have a sword on their back.
You're dead now.
And I thought I had my Inquisitor.
My expectations for them were exceedingly low.
Die!
You're dead.
Also, by taking elites, I can more easily excuse in my brain how these guys aren't missing as much. Oh, it makes me so happy. So Colt, if you are watching this, thank you, you are awesome. And the Death Trooper pack's out right now. And the Inquisitor didn't kill that thing with his lightsaber. From the shadows. Oh.
The resistance team is in the clear. They're moving to help the other survivors. There's a large group of civilians
almost as if I have too many soldiers for this mission.
Your position. Sensors indicate hostile forces are closing in fast. We need to get in there before the aliens slaughter those people.
Because the Empire protects. Go! Get him, Phasma. Alright, well you have no mobility because of
Roger.
your heavy weapon.
Affirmative. Moving to that area, sir.
But you can see they look just
It's a convent.
great. Stray bullet must have done that. Or blaster bolt, excuse me. I have never understood why that sound effect is so loud. Look at the design and just the helmet. I mean, she's freaking out a little, because every time she takes a shot, there's also return fire. Oh boy. I'm going to do a very Stormtrooper thing right now, because I think it's going to be funny. They're expendable. Ah. Ginormous mech. First I'm gonna get Phasma out of there. Then I'm going to do this. I'm stupid!
I need assistance here. Look, I've got this under control.
We have to expect our soldiers to feel the strain of combat eventually. We just have to give them enough time to recover properly.
The weakness of these minions only furthers the need for my presence here.
Up, 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 up. I've also found that if you...
bring doom to all!
That if you, put a pistol, if you're using those lightsabers, if you put a pistol as the primary. Or secondary. Secondary. They'll run with their lightsaber sideways like that, and they won't run So I've got Don't Waste My Time uninstalled. I have found that it gives me performance issues. So the FPS
Right away.
just tanks. I don't know why. I'm just having fun sprinting them so that they go. So yeah, there are. No, I mean, they don't speak real words, so you probably don't care to know this, but you get to anyway. 67 different things that they will say, and some of their lines are, according to Colt, which I believe, some of them are a little context sensitive. So if he's getting shot at or dashing, he's going to be louder, because there's some of the voice lines from Battlefront 2 that are louder, and some that are a little more calmer. And he assigned...
And honor the elders with your actions.
I think that's the first civvy we actually lost.
Advent isn't backing off. They've got units in the AO that are ignoring our forces just to get a better shot at the civilians. Take those bastards down.
Well, he used his pistol, right? So return fire works against suppression? Has that always been a thing? Because it's like if it hits, it's almost like an anti-suppression mechanic. You're gonna suppress me? Pew! Yeah, you make your life a lot... Oh, crit of 5, really? You make your life a lot easier in regards to playing these. You make your life a lot easier if
How long did you think you
you
would hide?
save the first group fast. If you can save the first group before the 2 soldiers die, the 2 soldiers go to help the second group and the rest of the civilians run away. I had a point that I was making and it's completely gone.
Support order acknowledged.
Yes, a Nova Trooper could hit this.
I've got him.
For every fallen child of the elders, humanity will repay a tally in flesh.
Charge.
Do not presume to command me.
If anyone is curious what voice he's using, I will, assuming I don't forget, what's the slowest garage door ever? Assuming I don't forget, I will look at the end.
Lonos Tekken Tether.
I'm also using a mod, I think by Mr. Shadow CX, that reworks civilians, and it also reworks faceless, so that faceless act like civilians until they are revealed to be faceless. So the only kind of Stormtrooper we didn't bring with us
Serve your
is
spread our message.
the Shadow Troopers. We brought all the others. It's such a meaty sound. He's got a firebomb on him. Oh, Phasma. Hup. Broke my game.
Your troops grow weary of your failures.
Did...
Their fate is the
Huh?
same as all who would defy the elders.
Pardon? What, huh? Other than my frame rate going to 3, what exactly happened there? It doesn't matter because this playthrough isn't meant to last, but still. Excuse me? Glad of you to stop panicking.
Affirmative.
What exactly? Huh? Like, stuff's on fire now? Was there like a, Because... Here. Faceless don't do that much damage to a building. I've played the game long enough to know that, at least. And that blew the entire side off of the house. Or the building, whatever it is. Is there floating signs? Sure is. Okay. Anywho. Before I was so rudely exploded. Huh. Oh. So yeah, almost all of these guys have the elite sword from Halo. Power, it's got a name.
Staff, identify yourself.
Staff. I think his name is Lux. Gutex. Okay.
Right away.
Get that Stormtrooper up to the roof. Right. Ah.
Acknowledged.
Get this Shocky up.
Roger.
Can you not? Like... Seriously?
We will bring this resistance to a close.
Mm-hmm. Wow. That is really loud. In my headphones. Now to you guys it shouldn't be as loud, just because... I have the volume turned down a little bit for you guys, so I don't have to scream over it. The resistance is going to blow that stupid thing up and hurt my 501st Trooper.
These minions serve their purposes occasionally, just as yours do, Commander.
Are we okay now? This is a custom map. I think it is. Sometimes, if you're using custom maps, the only thing I have to warn against custom maps is they can have a hit on performance because of how many assets they put. Because, of course, people make very detailed maps. And XCOM 2, I assume there was always a limit to how many things that they would include on each map.
Roger that.
And that is why custom maps are always much nicer than the standards. We must find something.
Stay where you are.
Goulash. Goulash? Thanks for helping. Appreciate it. Really sounded like he said goulash.
Copy.
Oh, you're not going to have a sight line on anybody. Charge.
I will crush all my enemies.
Congrats?
Advance.
Is anybody within firing distance of this bozo? You are.
We'll check it out.
Ho! Yep, that's accurate.
I have a really bad feeling about this.
I'm not even mad.
You won't be giving us any more trouble.
Blind squirrel finds a nut from time to time. That's the first time I've met the warlock on the battlefield in this playthrough, so I'm gonna get
Just as they have chosen you, Commander.
one of these.
We are both destined to serve at their side, to bring their vision connection to this world and beyond. Come, allow yourself to be reclaimed.
That's the Elder's warlock. All reports indicate he's nearly as dangerous as they are when it comes to psionic capabilities.
I call upon the Elder's endless reserves.
Can you not?
You
Dazed for 6. Resistance activity. Hopefully going into Overwatch, far away from the opposition. Hitting their target.
One of our soldiers is in a daze. We need to snap him out of it.
Meanwhile, no one's doing jack diddly for Phasma. Sound like he went, nah.
I go.
Pistol. Pew!
It will be mine. In pieces.
Alright, so we'll send this Death Trooper over here to get this fella up. Hello.
Your efforts at rectifying past mistakes will garner no praise from me, Commander.
I didn't make any mistakes yet. I mean, that I know of, at least.
Right away, sir.
Charge.
Advancing.
Die. Ooh, yeah. Really? That hit?
Such audacity.
My Stormtroopers are really having anti-Stormtrooper aim, which... typically I'd be like, yay, but... since I don't care about what actually happened in this mission...
Open your mind.
mind control.
I've got him. Watch it. That thing is taking control of our soldiers.
He's a person. Thing is rude. We don't call people things. Ah, take that, you thing. No. No. Oh, this is good to know.
Are you ready to be redeemed?
I'm kind of learning... Panic!
Your forces pass into the void, their lives forsaken.
Roger.
I'm learning things like the Resistance will shoot your mind-controlled soldier.
I copy.
I should get rid of this cover.
A primitive attack.
Oh. No. Yes, move out of
Yes,
cover.
Commander.
And... okay. That was delayed. This ragdoll kicked in a little late. Some mumbo jumbo about him not dying.
Defeated today. It is but another trial in my service to the Elders, and their vision foresees all outcomes.
Menace 1-5, you've secured the remaining civilians and there are
I
no
am
other hostile contacts on the
Still
scope.
confused what
Good
happened.
work out there. Excellent work, Commander. We may not have put them down for good, but at the very least, we've held off the Chosen for another day.
I'm just trying to figure out what this guy's doing. Alright, Gary. The camera's behind you. Gary. Gary, turn around, Gary. Gary! Okay, So we'll edit a couple of these guys. Oh, no, wait, that's not... Oh, no, no, that's not him either. There we go, Gary. That'll work. I really feel like that's a salute, so we'll do that instead. Huh. Join the Empire today. Oh, wait, I gotta find the right.
If anything, I fear we are making it easier for them to catalog our people.
Again, they're all wearing helmets. And they all look the same. Much like Advent. So your worries are misplaced. And stupid.
Advent officials revealed today's maneuver by local peacekeepers was a planned exercise. Citizens should not be alarmed. All weapon fire and wounds were simulated to better train Advent forces.
Right. Okay, keep telling yourself that. I'm
Pretty sure they weren't, but that's okay. I have no idea what took out Phasma. I've got to guess that there must have been a propane tank on the other side of that wall.
The Elders chosen are incredibly resilient. Despite our victory over them today, we still have much to learn if we wish to destroy them permanently.
Everybody and their mother's uncle got hurt, but that's okay. See if that happens again. Shredder! Oh, this is how... You can be bound with 3 different people? I have never seen that before. Bound. Bonded, I believe is the correct word. Let's try it. Alright, I'll put you... Put you and you together. Take a picture. Hap! Hey, you want to help me carry this? No, not really. Alright, thanks. Let's find delivery right. Delivery right. I love how there's no text to that. It's just, that's them cleaning up. Alright, let's do you and the Inquisitor. Let's do you and the Inquisitor, I said. The Inquisitor. The Inquis... Again, Gary looking the wrong way. Come on, Gary, buddy. Gary. That's Gary for you. They won't rest until Earth is free. And under the control of the Empire. Really minor things, to be sure. Alright. Continue.
Mental fatigue starts to impact our soldiers' tactical effectiveness when they don't have a chance to rest.
Oh, that's right, he was tired.
We should give them a few days off to recover if we can manage it.
Fear of panic. Alright, so the one thing I want to look at real quick before we end the video was whose voice pack I was using, in case anybody else wants to use this.
And it sounds like we're starting to get the civilians' attention.
Oh, the Chaos Lord.
It's important that the crew knows people out there need us and want us to help turn this thing around. They have to know there's a reason to endure all this.
Like, it seems pretty appropriate.
Yes, to battle. Take me to them that I may render judgment. Away from here. To war. Yes.
So, I mean, I know it's supposed to be like Chaos Lord, but it actually fits. like a Star Wars Inquisitor fairly well. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and end it just staring at our good old-fashioned Stormtrooper. Alright, so please like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see more. Be sure to tell me down in the comments all of your thoughts about the video. And share it with your friends. And until next time, guys. Jake Hardy. Alright, I thought I was going to end the video. And the reason that I haven't is I can't get my video recording. There we go. Alright, have a great day.